Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cradle. We are in Season 2 and I am playing in Necromatic team. So I will be playing today against, what is it called? I think Red Dead Redemption? Something like that. Oh, Red Dead Ridiculous, because same thing. Which is an orc team, so it's going to be kind of interesting because this is a team that was developed last season. So I'm probably going to get hurt a little bit. Hopefully not a lot. But also means that I get to have some inducements, which could be good. So we're waiting for my person I'm playing with to log in. I went for a more agility-based team, so I have 2 werewolves, 2 whites, 2 ghouls, and the rest are zombies. Werewolves are amazing because they have claw and frenzy. Once I get block on these 2, it will really be part of what I think the core of this team is. Whites are really good just because they're the way they are, and ghouls are obviously good for the same reason they kind of built up what exactly this team is. So one yet. Let's message him. Oh yeah, since we haven't really gone through the league. Oh, won't have time for that. So it is a very sunny day in California. It is quite warm, and I think I should not have had soup because it is quite warm. But you know, I will just have to live with that as I am sweating. So this much gold, I have the option of getting a star player. I think they're all out of. I don't think it's worth getting this guy. Pretty good. All right, well let's make sure I get some basics down because I feel as though I will need a wizard. Oh, that puts me exactly the amount. Yeah, we might have to do this. I really should have some brews, but we're gonna have to probably go with this. It is a bit risky to be going with a star player and no rerolls. I don't feel like extra rerolls in this group or this. Oh no. Okay, cool. It was crashing. I don't feel as though extra rerolls are going to affect this game as much as me needing to come back during the halves with babes, or star power really.
The Blood Bowl channel is happy to bring you this match, which, if it lives up to expectations, should be a real humdinger, shouldn't it, Jim?
Hi, Bob. Hi, everyone. My answer would be like every Blood Bowl match. Blood, sweat, tears, a bull, apothecaries on standby. What more can you ask for? Apparently, the coach isn't too sure about
He knows it's going to be a massacre. He just doesn't know how many players he'll have left at the end of the match.
So they decided to put Sweltering Heat in the game, just like it is outside the game. Yay. Oh, I really hope my star player can do the business. Where the F is he? There he is. Kinda wish I went for Bruise instead of the wizard. But we'll see how this works out. Alright, so I'm receiving, so I want...
Did you hear about the Evil Gits? The team that is made up of the mix of evil players?
Their fans won the Most Evil Supporters of the Year award. Fully merited from what I've seen.
Our player in the front. Oh, they block. Alright, so he doesn't have blocks. Let's help him out. Alright, I think I feel good with this.
And look who's stepping onto the pitch.
Wow! A veritable Blood Bowl legend.
And what am I then?
A venerable Blood Bowl legend.
Come on, Dis, catch it. Why didn't you catch it? Alright, so he has block.
Now, orcs have always gone for a power game. You have to realize that it was only recently that they discovered the purpose of the ball during a match.
Alright. That's fine. I mean, we're still moving this guy away, so... God, they all have block! Ugh! Alright, move you here. Okay.
They can start to move forward.
Alright. Cool. I don't really think I should move up false movement, but I need to be a little bit. Okay.
Look over there. Some cute little elf beauties are selling big moot sandwiches in the
That's
stand.
risky,
Hey,
but
I'm off to get one. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
And so now you like big moot sandwiches?
First.
No way. A little elf beauty, yeah. I think she's singing him a lullaby.
Yeah. I'm not gonna cast my wizard. For those of you who don't know how wizards are played, you can go over to here. Where the isn't it here? Oh, here it is. It's well, like it's not my turn. But this one lets you activate the wizard on your turn. Wizards are good for kind of taking the ball out of their hands or knocking down a group of their guys.
Ouch! Oh, he's knocked him senseless.
You're assuming then that he had something between his ears to begin with.
What are their movements? 4, 5. So I could get past them.
I've heard of teams that have simply disappeared after being abandoned by their supporters.
Let's say that some teams who haven't won a match for several years have been tied up by their fans
I'm like
and thrown
2
into rubbish
turns away
containers.
from
It's the only way to end a
having a
downward
touchdown.
spiral.
Oh, that sucks. I'm having a touchdown.
Looks like the star player has taken a sudden interest in the state of the pitch.
Well, someone will be taking a sudden interest in his head, if he doesn't come round pretty quickly.
So much block. So much block. So the reason I'm not blitzing with my werewolves is because I feel as though I'm going to need them in the second half. I don't want to take a chance at them getting knocked down on my ball possession.
Wizards have not always been able to cast spells safely from behind the sidelines. Were you playing at the time in an Albion League, a second division that prohibited spellcasting from off the pitch?
Oh, yes. They were great times. I remember fans traveling to games just to see how well Wizards stood up to the mad charge of a raving Blood Bowl star. The noise created by a sizzling fireball, followed by the characteristic sound of the snapping of a wizard's neck.
So this actually might be a good start-off point. I want to get him up, but I want to get him up and tackle this guy. But that requires me to break through here. Alright, well, I'm probably going to... This is going to decide whether I reroll. Okay.
What violence!
Wow, he still can't.
Yes!
Oh,
It's
God.
a great spectacle, Bob.
Alright, well, he's going to keep them busy. Alright, that's what I needed. Well, yes, it should have technically knocked him down.
Do you remember when the first necromantic teams started to appear in the minor circuits, Bob?
Oh, yeah, that sure was fun, Jim.
Especially when they fielded skeletons and werewolves at the same time, Bob.
I remember the werewolves kept running away with the skeleton's bones, much to the delight of the fans.
I don't know if he really liked that uppercut.
He may not have liked it, but he certainly ate it.
Excuse me. I'm also good thinking about like the reason. Another good reason to push him off instead of knocking him down is that you don't really know if he's manned up with a 1-star or 2-star. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I wouldn't have got knocked down, so maybe I shouldn't have juggernauted.
Every now and again, Blood Bowl throws up a real mixed bag of a team.
Like the motley horde that's made up of a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, can't be easy to coach those cast-offs every day of the week.
Maybe I shouldn't have.
That's what happens when a pro crosses an amateur.
Yes, splodge.
This is also my first game with this team, so it will be a little weird. I might play a little slower than I usually do. I think these two are even on strength right now because these two are right here and these two are right here. Oh, what the shits. What is going on?
Yesterday, I interviewed Ripper Bolgrot, the Troll's super champion.
Interesting.
And I can tell you that he's as violent off the pitch as on it. He's
Scary.
skinned alive my colleague from Elf magazine.
What do you expect when you put an elf next to a troll? It's nothing personal, just an instinctive reaction.
Surprised he didn't move him with him. I guess he still wants to support him. I mean, like, just maybe that guy though would have done that too. Oh.
That face job is a lot cheaper than a plastic surgeon.
I don't know if he planned it, but it won't do him any harm in the looks department.
Who doesn't remember the Badlands Deadskins and their mummies back in the old days, Bob?
A very interesting story indeed, Jim. Apparently, Javlok Kavlok, the head coach of the Deadskins, was unable to find some preserved mummies, so he fielded 2 flesh golems instead.
Indeed, Bob, and he clad them from head to toe in bandages.
Incoming!
Well, it is a violent sport.
Chance that. I'm gonna move him up here. He might have a 2. Yeah, he has a 2 now. Ah!
Poetry in motion.
What we'd like to see
More often.
That could go poorly.
Corruption so widespread that the Referees Guild has set out rules concerning where, when, and how one can accept a bribe.
Under
But
an
I think we're
agreement
doing
signed
it.
last season, clubs are not allowed to offer less than the going rate.
I think we're going for it. I thought I did use my reroll. Come on. Yeah! Frenzy!
It seems this player does all the talking with the fists.
And they clearly know how to get heard. Ouch! Right in the face. The other guy couldn't dodge that one.
Yes. That worked out very well. I think Sweltering Heat only affects cat classes. Oh. Probably will hurt him more than me, but I mean, obviously that's depending on rolls.
Did you know that the Grimjacks were the very first team to experiment with flesh golems instead of mummies?
Oh yeah, Bob. The famous flesh golem, Frank Einstein, made a debut with that team.
Oh yeah, Jim. Frank, who lost count of his replacement limbs.
Looks like there was some bad blood between those two, eh, Bob?
Yeah, Jim. Something to do with swapped body parts.
In a game as physical as this, the player is really in the right place.
Exactly. It's really ugly.
Wait, my star player has 6. Oh my god! It has 6 movement. Oh, this is gonna be glorious. Huh. Oh, but this guy's gonna time down.
That's one regulation clobbering.
Yeah, I'm with 2 agility. That's not gonna work. Oh, he has break tackle. Ah!
Annals are littered with the stories
Yeah.
of teams who've gone bust with crippling debts.
And with the cost of doping and bribery on the rise, the problem won't be going away.
Like break tackle uses your strength instead of. Is this the one with tackle? Oh. Okay, so. Yeah!
You can't say much about that.
Full-blooded, but perfectly legal. A recent medical report stated that cerebral hemorrhages were less frequent in Blood Bowl players. Amazing when you come to think of it.
Not really, when you consider that brains are also less frequent.
I don't really want to risk that. I need him tied down. These guys can... I don't mind.
Ouch! That punch knocked his teeth down his throat.
Yes, Jim, that's never a nice sight.
Alright, so major concerns. This guy getting up. Oh, frack, he has tackle. Alright, that will be a thing. That's the tackle orc. I should have kept better track of that. So the tackle orc will be a problem because my guys haven't dodged. So what will happen is that I will need to break tackle off of this dude, knock him down. Unless he's choosing not to, in which case...
We can thank the
Okay.
Necromantic Broadcasting Circle
Okay, now he's gonna
for
move.
introducing the sport to so many necromancers.
because I can't really dodge through
Blood Bowl
past the
would
tackle.
surely be empty without howling werewolves and flesh golems
Oh, what
and
is
their
this shit?
replacement limbs.
That reminds me of when I took Griff to bits in the
Okay.
91 final against Reichland.
Oh, yeah. You kneecapped him. He's got a hand to the ball.
Okay.
Yeah, now he's looking around for support.
Are you gonna throw it? I don't think you should throw it. Throwing it would be pretty derpy. Oh. That kind of did what I wanted it to do. Alright, so let me see. I have 6 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I could get here. What's this do? Alright, this is now a dicey block situation. I don't feel his break tackle will stop me here. Okay, I actually need my werewolves now. At least the other werewolf gets up.
Yep, upside down. That's one way to look at things.
Who's that hitting? Oh. Zombie.
The first quality required of an orc is to be able to hit hard and, if possible, not to think. The latter is considered a nasty flaw.
Ugh. I assume he's gonna try and go back around. I'm considering it, because right now I don't think I have anywhere to really lose. Because I can blitz in here, but I don't think that really helps me fix any of the problems. I need this guy to sort of be agile because he has to go between the two sides. So yeah, we're going for it.
Did you hear that the Orchard Raiders lost their last match against the Dancers?
Dancers? You mean war dancers?
It's a catch! Now this player just needs to survive!
Well, Mr. I have no stats. That changes things, and I'm gonna move you up. And I'm gonna move you up. And you're gonna get a defender, and you're gonna get a defender. And we're gonna go after. That is kind of a douche. Kind of a douche. Just a little bit. So what do you do here? He kind of wants to pass it to one of these guys, but they're all not safe because the star player's right there, as well as like a decent amount of other guys. He could use his turns to knock these guys down, but he still can't reach this guy. So, or these two. So he has a hard. He's gonna have a hard time getting out of this spot, at the very minimum. He certainly can't run out. He can pass the ball. He can pitch it to this guy. I don't know how well that's gonna work with these three around him.
The first
Like,
quality required
how that
of
affects
an
his
orc is
rolls?
to be able to hit hard, and if possible, not to think.
shits.
The
You
latter
say
is considered
he's hitting
a
who?
nasty flaw.
Okay.
Do you think you'll be able to get up after that blow, Jim?
Oh, yes. He's not the sort to stay down.
Does he have spare card? Nope, he doesn't have spare. Is that my side? No, that's his side. Alright, yeah. Does not have spares.
Boom! In the face! And then followed by a clean uppercut. Well done!
This is a pretty eventful first.
There goes the ball.
Like a letter in the post.
Interesting. Well, that happened. Let's see.
Well, that's one with a good reason to go see the apothecary.
Yep, looks like he's gonna need a good one.
Okay. Let's just gonna start moving. Oh,
This
God,
player was
that's-
really strong. Do you think they have
That-
some troll
yeah,
blood
bad.
in them?
Could be. Or maybe his opponent shouldn't speak that way about the family.
The referees guild has
That's
decided to
way too
hire a
close for
bodyguard
comfort.
for each game.
Another brilliant idea. And just how effective will one bodyguard be against a stadium full of supporters?
True, could be a bit one-sided.
What? This is some bullshit. Wow, I cannot tackle a single one of them. That's horrific.
Doping is really endemic in this sport.
Isn't it written into the game rules? Now,
Alright, he
there's
should.
one that won't be
What?
coming back in a
Oh,
hurry.
okay. I guess that's better. That's some risky shit. I think I might do it. Wait. Break. I don't know how break tackle works with tackle. Oh, tackle will still negate it because break tackle is just okay. Yeah. Oh, I saw my blitz. That technically will help me a lot, so. Shit. Yes. Fuck.
Ouch! Have a nice sleep.
Little baby gets his medicine and has a little nap. Did you hear that the Orchard Raiders lost their last match against the Dancers?
Dancers? You mean war dancers?
I think that was probably sometime I should have used my wizard, but I don't know. Let me double check.
Nice left punch, right on the nose.
Sure was, Jim. It's broken now.
Let's see.
Yesterday, I interviewed Ripper Boldrot, the Trolls super champion.
Interesting.
And I can tell you that he's as violent off the pitch as on it. He's skinned alive my colleague from Elf magazine.
What do you expect when you put an elf next to a troll? It's nothing personal, just an instinctive reaction.
What finesse, what style, what perfection.
Of course,
What a
the
hammer
manual
blow.
does not say a damn thing about wizards. Oh, wait. I just wasn't finished loading. Oh, it just doesn't say anything helpful. Well, of course, because you can't code the game correctly. Why would you? Let's see.
He's got rid of the ball. We can thank the Necromantic Broadcasting Circle for introducing the sport to so
Alright.
many necromancers.
Well, he's not going to score, so
That's true, Jim.
that's why I don't know if
Blood
I
Bowl would
need to
surely
use
be
the
empty
wizard
without howling werewolves and flesh golems and their replacement limbs.
message or something.
Oh, brilliant sidekick to the face. Let's see that again in slow motion.
This player has opened the slapping box and gives rather generously. Blood Bowl is reputedly the toughest of all sports.
So they say. But it really only comes down to taking a few hits.
Just look at the fans. They're red hot. A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on Cablevision.
Wow! I can tell you straight, that hurts.
Can he me? No, he can't. He would have had them going for it, I think.
There was a time when the colleges
what?
of magic
Did he?
hadn't yet ruled on limiting wizard assistance to teams.
Who could forget the infamous
'Cause he could've scored if he went
24-72
going for it
Quagmire
last
incident
time.
when
'Cause it was one,
rampant
two,
spellcasting caused the
4,
entire
5,
Bright
6.
Crusader
Yeah,
Stadium to sink into the earth?
Nobody
Yeah.
can forget that. People were blinded for miles around the stadium.
Huh. You can get up. I don't know, do I want to try? I don't think that'd be really worth it either way. My guys need SPP so bad. So bad.
Today's insight comes from Jaime
guy-
Schnivel, coach and owner of the Goblin
he's kind of
Lowdown
thing.
Rats team. In yesterday's Spike magazine, he said that Blood Bowl was like war. No winners, just survivors.
Oh, now that's deep. About as deep as his team's position in the rankings.
Injury. What? That's some bullshit.
He checked that move.
Made him look stupid, you mean?
Yeah!
There's one that lets his biceps do the
Did
talking.
something.
Yeah, but from his opponent's point of view, it was a short conversation. Now, there's an acrobatic routine worthy of a gold medal.
Yes, it's nice to see an uppercut followed by a double backflip.
Why not? That's why.
We don't see much of the heroes of law these days.
No, I don't know.
For any spectators who aren't aware, the heroes of law hope to show the world a better way by honest, strategic.
This is like, I
playing
look at it,
on
he
the
has
pitch.
sprint or some shit.
Probably a good thing we don't see them.
So, at least he didn't score. I would like these two to get back up for next half. That would be pretty nice, and I'd like for him to stay down. I know these are like usual Blood Bowl desires, but
That punch
God!
put his teeth down his throat.
Wait, is that a zombie?
Yes, Jim.
Alright,
That's
care
never a
less.
nice sight.
But you regenerated, right? Didn't it? Yeah. Wait, what? Regenda right there. Where is he? Yeah, you're Regenda. Yeah.
Did you know that the Grimjacks were the very first team to experiment with flesh golems instead of mummies?
I don't know, does
Oh
he actually
yeah,
get the
Bob.
SPP still?
The famous flesh golem Frankenstein made a debut with that team.
Oh yeah, Frank, who lost count of his replacement limbs.
Poor Rami. Hopefully this time he doesn't get like a broken foot.
Well, that's one with a good reason to go see the apothecary.
Yep, looks like he's gonna need a good one. First half belonged to the players, but the interval will give the supporters a chance to shine.
Well, some didn't even wait for the whistle.
I'm gonna get some water real quick, cause that'd be nice. Come on, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up! Oh!
The second half will soon be underway.
Well, no doubt too soon for some of the badly injured players.
Oh, they'll be off the pitch quick enough.
The referees guild has decided to hire a bodyguard for each game.
Another brilliant idea. And just how effective will one bodyguard be against a stadium full of supporters?
True, could be a bit one-sided.
Really, son? Seriously? Really, son? Ah! Betrayed. Betrayed.
With a player of his ilk coming onto the pitch, the match is going to take on a completely different complexion.
Yeah, blood red. Doping is really endemic in this sport.
Isn't it written into the game rules?
The ball's in play.
Alright, well that's great, except my team is really not in position for this. I mean, I built the lineup in case this was going to happen. But this is really not a good situation for this. Is there one? Where's the one without? He's over here. I'm not gonna really worry about that, I guess.
Just look at the fans. They're red hot. A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on cable vision.
This one doesn't have tackle. Sure. Yeah! Alright, we have fodder out there. Can't, no. Where's my water? My water. You can get there.
Now, orcs have always gone for a power game. And you have to realize that it was only recently that they discovered the purpose of the ball during a match. That reminds me of when I took Griff to bits in the '91 final against Reichland.
Oh, yeah. You kneecapped him. Wow. I can tell you straight, that hurts.
Ugh. Ugh.
He's gonna score a touchdown, laid out on the pitch like that.
What happened? Oh. I was too busy with Cat.
Every now and again, Blood Bowl throws up a real mixed bag of a team.
Like the Motley Horde, that's made up of a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, can't be easy to coach those cast-offs every day of the week.
I like that. First, I'm gonna get these up because that's kind of rule number one. All right, so I suppose I probably should have used block tackle. I'm gonna move you here. What? Okay.
Boom! In the face, and then followed by a clean uppercut. Well done!
Yeah, because F Mighty Blow.
I bet that hurt. Good job his nose got in the way.
Yeah, otherwise he'd have got it full in the face.
Remember the Badlands Deadskins and their mummies back in the old days, Bob?
A very interesting story indeed, Jim. Apparently Javlok Kavlok, the head coach of the Deadskins, was unable to find some preserved mummies. So he fielded two flesh golems instead.
Indeed, Bob, and he clad them from head to toe in bandages.
Nice play with the ball. They've been training well.
Dangerous.
Wizards have not always been able to cast spells safely from behind the sidelines. Were you playing at the time in an Albion league?
Why won't
a
his
second
guys
division that
bleed?
prohibited spellcasting from off the pitch?
Oh, yes.
I want them to block with their heads, not with
I
their
remember
muscles.
fans traveling to games just to see how well Wizards stood up to the mad charge of a raving Blood Bowl star. The noise created by a sizzling fireball, followed by the characteristic sound of the snapping of a wizard's neck.
That face job is a lot cheaper than a plastic surgeon.
I don't know if he planned it, but it won't do
So
him any
let's
harm in the
see,
looks
this dude's
department.
here. He's kind of covered. I think I might use him now. Grab tackle. Dude, so I think the fireball is a 4x4. Target anywhere in the pitch, roll one dice to hit each standing target that is either in the target's adjacent.
Do you remember when the first necromantic teams started to appear in the minor circuits, Bob?
Oh yeah, that sure was fun, Jim.
Especially when they fielded skeletons and werewolves at the same time, Bob.
I remember the werewolves kept running away with the skeleton's bones, much to the delight of the fans.
Take your support.
What? What? It only hit one of them? Are you fracking serious? What? What is the shenanigans? I got totally screwed there. Totally screwed.
What violence!
Yes! It's a great spectacle, Bob.
There was a time when the colleges of magic hadn't yet ruled on limiting wizard assistants to teams.
Who could forget the infamous 2472 Quagmire incident, when rampant spellcasting caused the entire Bright Crusader Stadium to sink into the earth?
Nobody could forget that. People were blinded for miles around the stadium.
So mad. Horrible wizard play. Also why I don't like wizards. But whatever.
Did you know that the Grimjacks were the very first team to experiment with flesh golems instead of mummies?
Oh yeah, Bob. The famous flesh golem, Frank Einstein, made a debut with that team.
Oh yeah, Jim. Frank, who lost count of his replacement limbs. Yep, upside down. That's one way to look at things.
Yes. Okie dokie.
Yesterday, I interviewed Ripper Boldrot, the Troll's super champion.
Interesting.
And I can tell you that he's as violent off the pitch as on it. He skinned alive my colleague from Elf magazine.
What do you expect when you put an elf next to a troll? It's nothing personal, just an instinctive
Do I get a
reaction.
3? Oh, yeah.
That's what happens when a pro crosses an amateur.
Yes, splodge.
I'm trying some weird shit.
Blood Bowl is reputedly the toughest of all sports.
So they say. But it really only comes down to taking a few hits.
God! Ah! Ah!
Look over there. Some cute little elf beauties are selling big moot sandwiches in the stands.
Hey, I'm off to get one. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
And so now you like big moot sandwiches?
Ah, no way! A little elf beauty, yeah.
Yeah! Might get like one score. Alright, so this dude has to go down. I think that'd be my preferred.
Incoming!
Well, it is a violent sport.
What? Come on!
He sent him down for a chat with the Astro Granite. Who doesn't remember the Badlands Deadskins and their mummies back in the old days, Bob?
A very interesting story indeed, Jim. Apparently Javlok Kavlok, the head coach of the Deadskins, was unable to find some preserved mummies, so he fielded 2 flesh golems instead.
Indeed, Bob, and he clad them from head to toe in bandages. This player was really strong. Do you think they have some troll blood in them?
Could be. Or maybe his opponent shouldn't speak that way about the family.
Yeah, that works for me. Sounds like,
If it wasn't the blood flowing from his nose and
back.
mouth, you'd swear he was having a rest.
Really? You pause that? I guess. I mean, what's important here is I slowed down the drive, which is really the important thing here. Because let's see, so 1, 2. Assuming he picks up the ball. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like he's a couple turns from delivering that ball into the end zone.
Do you
excuse me.
remember when the first necromantic teams started to appear in the minor circuits, Bob?
Oh yeah, that sure was fun, Jim.
Especially when they fielded skeletons and werewolves at the same time, Bob.
I remember the werewolves kept running away with the skeleton's bones, much to the delight of the fans. Seems like they tried to make something up, but it wasn't the ball.
All right.
Maybe they found a gold coin.
All right. I'm not sure where that really puts me. Like, this guy has blocks, so either way, it's gonna be kind of dicey.
We can thank the Necromantic Broadcasting
That worked
Circle
out. That
for
worked out.
introducing the sport to so many necromancers.
That's true, Jim. Blood Bowl would surely be empty without howling werewolves and flesh golems and their replacement limbs.
Oh, let's do. Either one is have tackle? Oh, he has tackle. Tackle's just a... doesn't totally negate, right? Let's clear this area, I guess.
You think you'll be able to get up after that blow, Jim?
Oh, yes. He's not the sort to stay down.
Now, orcs have always gone for a power game. And you have to realize that it was only recently that they discovered the purpose of the ball during a match.
Oh, they both have to. Son of a.
Up, they've been pushed off the side.
I hope they have good life insurance.
So hectic. And there's no cheering, which is throwing me off as well. Come on, come on, come on.
Clean take up there.
Yes.
Nothing to say.
And I don't have any remark to add, my friend.
No, I don't want to knock him out. It's too much oddities. So if this guy hits him, come on. If this guy hits him and pushes him in either of these two directions, this puts my ball carrier around here, so he just has to push him out, and the ball will get thrown out. Which could, right now I have the ball secure, so I don't want random ball movement. Additionally, if it pushes him here, then he still has good tackle zones. Oh, yes!
There's one that lets his
Oh, delicious.
talking.
Yeah, but from his opponent's point
Alright,
of view, it was a short conversation.
The first quality required of an orc is to be able to hit hard, and if possible, not to think. The latter is considered a nasty flaw.
So he will follow. I'm gonna place this guy here. He's gonna go right here. Okay, so I don't want to do that.
Poetry in motion.
What we'd like to see
More often.
Maybe that was.
If he
Yes!
hit really hard,
Yes!
he'd have punched
Yes!
straight into the infirmary.
Don't worry, that's where he'll be waking up.
Yes, they're gonna score. Hold me back, Jim. I feel like going down there and joining in.
F you, Black Orcs. F you to hell.
What a slaughter! Right on the schmuzzle.
He'll have a bit of trouble blowing his nose from now on.
Who doesn't remember the Badlands Deadskins and their mummies back in the old days, Bob?
A very interesting story indeed, Jim. Apparently, Javlok Kavlok, the head coach of the Deadskins, was unable to find some preserved mummies, so he fielded 2 flesh golems instead.
Indeed, Bob, and he clad them from head to toe in bandages. And don't forget, children, don't try and do this at home. Remember, these are seasoned professionals.
Well, one of them is anyway. Funny how a rabbit punch sounds so inoffensive, and yet it's so effective.
If he's lucky, it's just a knockout.
Oh, Necromatic! Feels so good. Do a little dance. Watch it be hilarious, like I
Seems
slip on
this
that
player
spot or
does all the
something.
talking with the fists.
And they clearly know how to get heard.
Who is... Oh.
Did you hear about the Evil Gits? The team that is made up of the mix of evil players?
Their fans won the Most Evil Supporters of the Year award. Fully merited from what I've seen.
Touchdown! Oh, so good.
A close victory, Bob.
They tried the best they could, but
So
only managed
good.
to slaughter a few players.
Woo, that was a pretty impactful
Their weight
game.
and power is
Pretty
inversely
amazing.
proportional to
I
their
will not look
intelligence.
reroll because I know that
I'm
doesn't
not
do
sure what their
anything.
game plan was,
So let's look at
but
the
it's
stats.
certainly
As you can
difficult
see,
to call for.
occupation of the ball
A logical
or the
decision
ball,
for a team that was just not
or
on the
blah
game.
blah.
Couldn't get
Ball
the
possession,
ball. That's what
mostly on
happened
his side.
again.
Not too surprised. His team was able to capitalize on his big size
There's
eventually.
no excuse for losing
I
when
don't
your
think
best
I
player is the best
played
player on the
incorrectly.
pitch.
I did a lot of things I could do
During
with
the
the
whole
fact that I have
match,
no
they made
skills
sure
and
that the
I don't really have any
opposition
guarantees of
kept
block.
their side of the halfway
Getting the star player, big move. That was actually what I needed to do, and I have to say that our commissioner Sam Cooper was probably right in getting the star player because I was more feeling as I should get Booth
I don't know. I
getting
definitely
babes so I
didn't
can
see
make
any
sure that my
cards.
guys get back up. But it was the star player that actually helped me get some type of foothold in his big black orc lineup. going off of the other stuff, you know, I'm a little surprised that he didn't get more knockdowns take place, but you know, good for me, I guess. So let's go take a look at who got levels. So one of his linemen got level 2. That's pretty big because they can all just get blocked and be an even more tanky team. None of my guys level, but I mean that's to be expected. My white, I guess, got MVP and got some SPP, which is very, very good. So Wyatt might level next game, which depending on who I play, should be good times. And then my ghoul, because he scored. One injured player. Luckily re-rolled, so that he's not injured or anything, so we're good. We're good. Yeah, look at that Wyatt. Oh, Wyatt. I guess that's the lineman that leveled. So yeah, that was today's match. Let's go over it and see who. I can't manage. Interesting. I guess I can't manage if it's my own team. How does... I'm so confused. Well, he already did it. I guess he already did it. Or was I? So let's see. Next week I play against... Oh, the brand new Skaven team. That should be fun. Although I have to be careful because his team is a lot faster than mine. Though I can probably use my werewolves ferocity, I guess would be probably the best word for that, to my own advantage. So yeah, starting off starting off this new season with a win is pretty good. Here it is, manage. I am not going to touch this because I don't think that's how it's supposed to look. So I will talk to the commissioner to know. You can, yeah, I'll have to double check this. So yeah, I'm not going to touch that at all. I can export teams? I didn't know you can do that. Anywho, it's been pretty good. I will see you guys next match, which will be next week. Not sure what date, we haven't set it up yet. But, yeah. You guys around?